Oh, I dropped it on my palette. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, JordanMarie, and I just am so excited to have y'all here today. I decided to film a gold look. I think this is a very wearable, everyday gold look. I wait tables during the day, and I wear this to work every day. Not every day. I wear this to work most days, but if I sit down and like I don't know what I want to do today, this is my go-to like wearable gold eye look, and I absolutely love it. I wore it to a concert. I went and saw Gavin DeGraw in concert, and we actually got to meet him. We like ran to the front of the stage at the end of the concert, and we got to meet him, and we took pictures with him. He signed my phone case, which was a really bad idea because it wore off. But anyways, it was so much fun, and I went to go turn around to leave, and this woman was like, "Oh my gosh, your makeup is so pretty," and I was like, "Thank you." That's like the best compliment in the world that anybody could ever give me, is telling me my makeup looks pretty. When I've had a bad day and like I'm really upset, my husband always goes, "Oh, your contour looks so good," or "I really like your eyeshadow," and I'm like, "Thanks, day better, so much better." Anyways, so a lot of rambling just to say that I really hope y'all like this video and y'all like this look. I love it. I get a lot of compliments on it. I think it's great for green eyes. I love like golds and purples and like dark, not dark, but like deep, that's the word I was looking for. Deep shadows make green eyes really, really pop. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I did it using the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Bye guys. Okay, so I got y'all zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing on my eyes a little bit better. I already have my eyebrows on, as you can see. I'm going to start by priming my eyes with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'll insert a clip of it. I'm going to take it and just take the wand and just going to put it all over both of my eyes. Then I'm going to take my Nasty Dirty Beauty Blender and I'm just going to blend that out. So now that I have that done, I'm going to take just a little bit of the RCMA powder on like a big fluffy brush. This one's by Sigma. It's called the Soft Focus Shader. I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to dip it in the powder and just kind of set the, not the lid, but like you're creasing up with this powder so that my matte shades kind of blend a little bit better. And there's no like there's no like rhyme or reason on how to do this. I'm not being neat with it. I'm just kind of like putting it on and just making sure it covers everything. So I'm just going to take like a fluffy blending brush. Any brush really would work. I'm using the Luxie 205 brush. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to dip it in and I'm going to mix two shades. I'm going to mix these two shades right here. I'm just going to blend that into the crease. Just go back and forth in circular motions just to kind of set the stage, if you will. Go in and hit the other eye. Alright, so I want to make that just like a little bit darker, so I'm going to go back in and I'm going to repeat that. And you just do this until you get the color and the shade that you want. Now that that's done, I'm going to go with like a little bit more of a pointed blending brush just to kind of work into the crease and kind of build up and blend the mattes before we do the shimmer. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to use Bam, Bam, and Bam. I'm going to use these three shades right here. And I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to move on to this one and move on to this one until I kind of get my crease to look how, until I can get my crease to look how I want it to look. We're going to start by going in. We're going to start by going in with the second row, second shade, and we're just going to buff this into the crease. I'm just using a Sigma blending brush right here, and I'm just going in and I'm just building and windshield wiper motions and going back and forth until I kind of get the color that I want. Now let's hit the other eye. So now I'm going in still on the second row, but I'm going in with a third shade. Same blending brush. We're just going to go in and hit that crease. I'm just blending and prepping and all that jazz. Prepping? Why did I say prepping? Now I'm going to go in, still the second row, just the fourth shade over. So the second, third, and fourth shades are the ones I'm using. You can mix all of these onto your brush and just kind of all go in at the same time. Like if you're in a hurry and you're trying to save time or whatever, you can just kind of do it like that. But if you have the time, take the time to really try and blend them all in so that there's no harsh lines, there's no creasing or anything like that. So I'm going to put that brush back and I'm going to get the other brush I had and I'm just going to kind of go in and just do like this just to make sure it's all blended. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with, I'm going to take this shade right here and I'm going to put it on like, I'm going to put it on a Sigma domed utility brush. It's the E34. Just going to lightly dab that in, tap off the excess, and we're just going to go in and just start on the outside and we're just going to try and deepen our crease right here. I really love this shade. I think it's just a very pretty, kind of like, I feel like it's kind of has a hint of like a mauve purple in it. But it also kind of has like a dusty rose kind of a look to it as well. And I absolutely love it. I love the way it looks on green eyes. I think it's so pretty on green eyes. I love to try and find colors that help complement your eye color so that it makes your eyes kind of pop. The sun went away. I'm sorry, my lighting changed. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now that we've done the mauve purple dusty rose kind of a color, I'm going to go in with just this darker color. Wait, where am I at? I'm right here. Okay. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to put that on a, brush. I'm using the Anastasia brush that came in one of her palettes, and I really, really like it. I'm going to use the side that's like a little bit more pointy, but you can use any kind of brush that's just a little bit, has like short, dense bristles, and it's going to really be able to pack in there and get that shade right in the spot that you want it, and it's not just going to go everywhere. So I'm just going to tap that in, and now we're going to go in right here. I'm going to hit the other eye. Now using the same brush, I'm just going to take 3 different colors and try to like add like a pop of color to it. If you watched my favorites video, you know that this shade, and this shade are my favorite. And I love to just wear them every day, mainly for the whole purpose of They really complement a green eye and they help your eyes stand out, especially on the lower lash line. It's beautiful. Every time I wear them, I get so many compliments. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, your eyes are so pretty. Your green eyes just stand out. I love that red that you're wearing on your eyes. It just really complements your eyes. And I'm like, thank you so much. So, I love to wear these shades because I love the way they make my eyes look. So, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to mix them. I'm going to blow off the excess. And so now I'm going to really try and just kind of pack this in kind of a little bit above where you put that mauve-y purple shade. So now, we'll hit the other eye. Okay. Now, if you can notice, I'm not trying to like be super careful like on the outsides of my eyes, mainly because I always do my eyes first. So that way I can go in and I can clean up and I can sharpen my outer edges up and I can kind of really make that wing look without using eyeliner. Not make it like anything sharp or crazy or anything, but I can just do my eyes and I can be as sloppy as I want to, and then I can clean it up and then I can go in and put my foundation on. So next is the fun part. We're going to go in with the shimmer. So I like to just kind of put either a little bit more concealer or a little bit more of the primer right here, just for the sole purpose of it's going to help your shimmer pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to use a brush that came in one of the Urban Decay palettes. I really like the flatter end of those brushes, like this. I'm going to use one of these kind of brushes, and I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape to put on the lid. Alright, so I just put a little bit on this brush. I just put a little bit on the brush and we're just going to blend it in to your crease. And this will also kind of help you get a cut crease look. Homegirl ain't good at a cut crease. I've tried, but it don't look good. So I'm not even going to try to teach y'all how to do a cut crease, because there's so many other people that can teach you and do a much better job than I can. Sorry, I have a hard time talking and doing this at the same time. Making sure I stay in the frame and stay in focus, and girl, this is hard. Alright, so I like to do one eye at a time. So now I have that done. So I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette like on top of what I'm fixing to do, but I'm going to get this thing, I'm going to get this product. It's by Touch in Soul, and it is wonderful. It is so beautiful. I want every single color and shade that they can give you. It's beautiful. I'll show you. I have two of them. I have like the gold color that we're going to use, and then I have another color that's kind of like a pinkyish, purplish color. So anyways, you have two sides of it. Oh, I dropped it on my palette. Okay, so you have two sides. You have like a creamy kind of side, and then you have a glitter side. So I like to take the creamy side using the doe foot applicator that it comes with. So I'm gonna take this. I like to wipe off the excess. And then we're just going to take it and kind of just dab it all over the lid a little. And then I like to go in with my finger and just blend. That was on my dress. Just wipe that on my dress. I like to take my finger and then just go in and blend everything. Okay, so now that we've done that, try and keep your eye closed. And then we're going to go in with the best part, the glitter part. Wipe the excess off. Now you're going to have fallout, okay? I'm sure that if you used a glitter glue, that it probably wouldn't fall out as bad. Okay. So, now that that's done, I like to go in and kind of set that with okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go in and set it with this shade right here. And I'm just going to use my finger. So I'm just going to dab it in, and then I'm just going to dab it on the lid, kind of over the glitter to help the glitter not really move around as much. And it just kind of like stay put. If you notice, there's fallout right here, but that is just fine because we're going to cover up the fallout and the circles. So, let's repeat it. And voila. So, now is when I kind of like to go back in with the same brushes that I've used and just kind of go back over the shadows, not with anything extra on there, just to kind of go back over them and kind of blend the glitter that's kind of bled on a little bit more. Like I said, if you use a glitter glue, it might not bleed as bad, but I don't have that, so we're just going to do it like this. Okay, so now we're going to do our brow bone. And I'm gonna use the Sigma medium sweeper brush. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the first two shades in the palette. They're so beautiful. Okay, you're just gonna mix these two shades, and we're just gonna highlight our brow bone with it. And I like to go pretty heavy on the tail, and then blend up. So we're gonna go pretty heavy on the tail, and then we're gonna blend it up. Okay, so now that's done. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put my foundation on, and then I will show y'all the finished product. So okay. So now I have the rest of my face on, and as I was doing my makeup, I kind of felt like I needed to add just like a little bit more brown to the look. So I'm going to go in using a pencil brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. Okay, so I put that on the pencil brush, and we're just going to go in and just add a little bit more brown to the eyes. Focusing on the outer crease. And we're just going to keep adding. And you don't even have to do this if you don't want to. I just felt like I needed like a little bit more brown in the look. So that's why I chose to do this. I'm going to try and blend that down. Just a tad. Okay, so now we're going to go in and do the bottom lash line. And I'm going to use the same brush that I just used to do the crease. Any kind of pencil brush is fine. So what I'm going to take is, I'm going to go in with this shade first. And it's that dusty rose color from earlier, kind of purplish dusty rose. And I'm just going to put that all over the lower lash line. And try and connect it. I'm going to try and connect it to the outer corner. So next we're going to go in with this shade right here, and we're just going to do that shade. You're just going to do this shade on the very outside of it. Okay, next we're going to, Next we're going to take these three colors right here and we're going to mix them like we did before. And I'm going to take those colors and kind of just blend them all in to the lash line. I'm going to take those three colors and just blend them all in on the lash line just to add that pop of color, and it'll help your green eyes pop. Oh, can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, so now when I close my eyes, if you look closely, you can see like where the mascara kind of got on the lash line right here, and I really hate when you can see that. So I'm going to go in with that gold shade that we put all over the lid, and I'm just going to pack it on right there next to the lash line so that it hides everything. So I'm just packing this on to the lower lash line so that you can't see any mascara or anything like that. So next I'm just going to go in with the same fluffy blending brush I used earlier, and I'm just going to work this back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so now for the inner corner, I like a really bright inner corner highlight, so I'm going to use the same two colors I used on the top. However, I'm going to wet my brush. So what I'm first going to do is I'm just going to dip my pencil brush into the two shades that we highlighted with at the beginning. So I've dipped my brush in those two shades. Then I'm going to wet it. You can wet it with some Fix Plus. I ran out of that, and so right now I'm just, you can wet it with some MAC Fix Plus if you would like, but I ran out of that. So right now I'm just going to wet it with some NYX spray. So just spray it a few times. I dip back in. Just spray it a few times. I dip it back in the shadow, and then we're just going to hit our inner corner. And we're just going to hit the inner corner. And then I take whatever is left over on the brush and just hit right here. Now I'm going to throw some mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'll be right back. I hope y'all like this look, and if you do, just give it a thumbs up. Like the video, subscribe. I did just my eyes, so if you want to see my foundation and how I do my foundation routine, just comment down below, and I'll be happy to make a video for that. Thanks, guys. Bye.